Okay, let's go.
Hello!
That was a weird
Hi,
hello.
girl. That was a good one. That was a very like explosive one and warm at the same time and exciting and hello world. Hi everyone. How are you? And I hope everything is beautiful and magic in your world. And even if it's not, please know you're not the only one. Everyone is going through something, right, in their lives. And this episode is going to be about that. How we are pretending that everything is good in our world. And you remember that, how are you? I'm fine. I'm good.
What?
But most of the time it's bullshit. It's not. And can we make it okay that sometimes it's not? Can we make it okay? All right. So let's go into centering and connecting ourselves with our beautiful hearts. All right. Closing the eyes for a moment. So taking a calm breath in, expanding our chest and our rib cage and our body receiving the air, and then breathing all the air out. And again, breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, and breathing out 1, 2, 3, 4. As if you can make your breaths slower, deeper, and calmer. See if you can with each breath step closer to your heart, connecting with your heart. And can you rest in this moment? Just for a second. Knowing that whatever is there outside of you, whatever is happening in your life, all is good. If you have this connection with your heart, all is good. And now I'm inviting you to bring this sense of maybe chaos or overwhelm in front of your eyes. And as you're looking at it, can you please observe what is there in the space? Maybe the resistance to look at it, to be with it, or maybe your full acceptance. And very slowly coming back and opening your eyes. And yes, you guessed, today we're going to talk about overwhelm and chaos and their sister, drama. Drama. No, not you. My drama, Irma's drama, not yours. You don't have drama in your life. My personal opinion is that there exists some kind of addiction to drama. And I would like us to talk about all that. So, what is present for you about this subject of overwhelm and chaos and drama, Irma?
I'll say overwhelm. It borders with chaos. Drama less, actually, interestingly. I care less and less about it. But overwhelm is still something that I run to, hide into, and use. I use it. Before it used to be something that I didn't have control over. It just happened. And it really occurred and felt like there's nothing I can do about it. Now I can see how actually I created it. I really created. And if I really pause and I really look and if I'm honest with myself, then I can actually see, I can see how I'm avoiding to take responsibility in things. Interestingly, uh, right now I'm in that part. Uh, it feels overwhelming. It is not overwhelming. See the difference? Life feels overwhelming because it's as if everything is happening in every direction at once. And I have this visual of me being like a octopus with 100 tentacles, trying to kind of like catch everything and manage everything and own everything, and at the same time not really. No, because if I have 100 things to do, then I really am not doing any of it.
What this feeling of overwhelm is stopping you from? Why are you creating it?
As I said, I want to say to take responsibility. Overwhelm shows up if I look at my life and the recent life since I started looking at that. Overwhelm always attaches itself with two things. It's when I'm taking on things that are bigger than, or they feel bigger than I can do, or I am right now. And it's in tandem with when I'm out of integrity, when I'm not 100% in. So I'm cutting corners, I'm checking boxes, I'm not applying. And I think I know it, I feel it, and I'm just not looking. I don't want to look at it. So I'm creating it so that I don't have to look at any of that.
And if you have to look at any of it, what would you see?
If I had to look at it, I would just say, Irma, cut the, come on, just stop. All that fluffy noise, you're still going to go through it. You might as well just save yourself energy and time. Sit down, look at what's there, apply yourself, and cause and create. Now, I'm like this kid with a tantrum, like, yeah, screaming and just, what for? It doesn't serve me, it doesn't serve humanity, it doesn't serve universe, it just feels good right now. It doesn't actually, no, it doesn't even feel good. It does not feel good. So then why is that the mechanism that I always hide behind?
Let's dive deep, Irma. It's not so obvious. You need to open and see.
It's as if I'm still that's all. Why does always it comes back to, it's feeding on to that same core belief that I'm not big enough, good enough. So mentally I can understand that me, the identity, will create all of this to feed that. It doesn't help me. I mean, it doesn't do any good to understand any of that, right? It's still there. I'm still creating it. Really, the only thing that I see as of today, in this overwhelm that I have today, I'm looking at, let's say, 15 things that are in front of me. And when I'm overwhelmed and my body is reacting, I'm getting sick. I've had migraine yesterday. I can't do anything. It's not me. I'm sick. I can't make the calls I have to make. I can't talk because I'm sick. I can't look at the screen. I can't, I can't. It's not me. It's the circumstances. So the drama comes in there. It's not me. Because maybe, Alessia, maybe at the end of the day, sometimes this is also our inner child's way to say, and this is maybe I'm making this up, but that sometimes we need to relax and that, just let it go and find excuses and reasons not to be always on top of things. Maybe there's that, to be with that, which is really hard. I can't even say it.
And Irma, can I ask you, from all the things, all those 15 things that are aligned in front of you, how many of them are aligned with everything in you, with your soul to do, or is just an identity or an ego that wants to do as many things as possible and check? Okay, if you'd be really honest, how many of those things are aligned with your heart?
I think I see as of right now, what I'm taking on to, every single one of them, I see them as I'm sure there's ego, but mostly it all shows up as the means for me to expand. It's not because while they are conflicting, some of the things that I've taken on, um, what it requires is really me stepping in outside of my identity and ego. And maybe that's where my identity is kicking me back. Say some of the events that I'm preparing for, what it requires me is just to put my identity aside. I can't aside and really step into the future self or the possibility that I can be in this world. And that's scary as hell. It is really scary. So there is fear there. Letting go, I think that is the big theme of all of them. Every single one of the things that I've taken on this month requires me to let go of some attachment, of some part of myself, and some definitely fear. And the fear, you said ego, the fear is attached to that. Fear of failure, fear of what if I don't measure up, fear of what if, like, I disappointed myself yesterday. I did not produce what I promised I would in that whole overwhelm of I can't do it. I have a migraine. I can't do this. I just did not perform in the way where I promised something and I didn't honor that. The world did not go to the end, but that inner thing of, oh, see, you're not good enough. So I disappointed. That disappointment, I don't want to face that. So the more you are avoiding it, the more it persists. So there you go. Maybe that's what's there.
Yeah, I'm listening to you, and there's a bit of I actually cannot understand what
Yeah, I
is the
have a lot
truth and
of
what
noise.
is not.
Yeah.
And like and everything that you're explaining and sharing with me, I feel like there is something, a dissonance. There's
Mm.
no there's no alignment. There's no truth. There is no truth. There's something there, but I don't know what. I cannot put my, because my answer probably would be similar to yours. I'm creating overwhelm, to not take responsibility, to not do things. Then there is one layer deeper that is hidden from us in a way. And I want to touch that one. I don't want the surface answer.
So how do we get to that one then?
That's a good one.
I get that it's my blind spot and I rely on you to see it. And you're saying now that it's there, but you can't really touch it.
Because my answer would be very similar to yours. I'm creating migraine and headaches to not do things, to not take responsibility. But I also think that we need to trust our bodies. And our body has a beautiful intelligence. And I don't know if in this case the body is getting sick or the mind is getting sick through the body. So there are two layers or two options.
Well,
Because
they are for sure
sometimes,
working together.
yes, they're working together. And if the mind is all over the body, now it's like Joe Dispenza, by the way, is talking about that now the mind is over the body. So the body is not connected to its intelligence. And now it's a kind of a slave of the mind and does what the mind says. And for example, through yoga, we get this control of our bodies, of the intelligence of our body without listening to the mind that is chattering all the time anyway, mostly about the past. So that's what is there. I don't know if the body is the body talking and needs that rest, or it's the mind taking over the body and resists to growth in a way, because the mind needs to stay comfortable with the things that it knows already.
What just occurred is the way it feels in my body, besides all that pain and all of this, the way it feels is something's coming up. Like it feels like something from below is surfacing emotionally too, like things that I had in a way blocked subconsciously, I had blocked up. It's as if there's, with all these inquiries lately, I'm in constant surprise how the more we clean and clean as is we create the space, then the more shows up, and it's never ending. I don't want it to end. It's not that. It's just that now suddenly there has been a space to for things to show up, I guess. And so it's surprising. Sometimes I'm not even aware when they show up, but it just creates this the fluttering of the heart, like it's just like, whoa, I'm not sure I want it. Go down, go back. That. So timing of it is interesting because everything, there's the expansion, there is what I'm doing and not doing, but there's also all that past that shows up. Maybe it's all the past that's not complete that shows up.
Still keeping it alive, baby, aren't you?
Of course. And keeping it alive in that way where if you are not aware that it's there, that you've really suppressed it in your body so well that you put it aside, you're not keeping alive anything. It's just someplace, it's hidden away, and then suddenly when there's space, it shows up, it comes up. That's when you see.
How do we create overwhelm, actually?
For me, it's just taking on the things that are big for me, and creating somehow a moment in life where I have a lot of different directions, and I have to do it all at once. That's always that. I create overwhelm from filling up. Here is the blank canvas of my calendar. Let's fill it up. And I do that to avoid something. And for me right now, you're talking about it. I do have a clarity. That's the weird thing. I know what I'm avoiding, and I'm still doing it.
The procrastination.
I'm avoiding to step into the business part of creation, into creating the business. I have been avoiding it for a long, long time, and now it's there in front of my face. There's no escaping it. And the moment I was requested to write it all out, like business plan and all of this, guess what I did? I put myself into all these other things that occur as big and more important for the big humanity level than my business, because those are not selfish. This is selfish. And suddenly nobody can tell me, oh, why did you put yourself in there and instead of doing that? This is what it is. This is what I did. And I created this is so funny actually. Oh my god, I just saw it. That's what I do. It's so simple to avoid the thing that I know I should be doing, creating, being. I will take on other things that are too big or bigger, that look shinier, so that then I can justify not doing the thing that I know I should be doing.
For me, it's the same version as yours,
Yeah.
creating the overwhelm. But for me, how I'm creating it, it starts like that. I need help. I'm not asking for it. And then I say, it's okay. It's just, it will pass. Avoidance. Then I have another thing. I need help, but I'm doing it by myself. And so here, those that are just building, they're not resolved. I'm just avoiding and I'm not looking at them. And when it's too much, then I get overwhelmed, not necessarily yeah, you can say that I'm running from responsibility. Oh, then I don't have to do other things. But it's also for me overwhelmed. Hey, stop. It's too much. Ask for help. For me, overwhelm is that. Just ask for help. And it's hard to ask for help. Because for me, is that if I ask for help, then I need to give back. It's very hard to receive unconditionally the help from others because I just don't want to owe them. Oh, in the help, I need to help back. And can I connect, in the early stages of what I need and just ask so I don't have to reach that overwhelm? For me, overwhelm is stop, girl. It's too much. And
What is overwhelmed right now?
Overwhelmed right now is the fact that I am a single mom. The grandmother of my kids is gone. Now I'm alone with them. That means driving them back to school and back, cooking for them, bringing them to football, to the singing, all those things. Waking up in the morning, cooking for them so they can. It's, a lot of those parents' duties. When I forget that it's actually what I chose, and oh my God, this is the most important thing for me. But yes, sometimes I forget that and I make those things that I do for my kids like a duty, like something heavy. And I lose the joy of just being a mom and do things for my kids. So overwhelmed is that, oh my gosh, she's gone, I'm alone again. And I need to be the mom, the father, the grandmother, all in one for my kids. That's it. But it's very liberating when you see it. I just talk about it. It's there. Like, yeah, I feel overwhelmed. And mostly I feel overwhelmed about parenthood. Parenthood. Because I put a lot of pressure on myself. I need to be the good mom, the good parent, and I need to do everything for my kids. And it seems like it's never good enough. It's never enough. Fuck it. That's it.
When in fact, your kids, all they want is to have you around and for you to be happy.
Exactly. I forget that. I feel actually very inspired right now to create a circle for moms talking about it, you know? Maybe I'll create one. I feel inspired by, because I know there are a lot of mothers out there thinking that they don't do enough for their kids, and it's all bullshit. But yes, I do feel I don't want to delete and pretend that there is no overwhelm about that. There's a huge overwhelm at times about that. So, what is our invitation for the inquiry for our people, Irma? You're the best at it.
I would be saying that I invite us all to observe the moments when overwhelm shows up. Take a look at your life. Every time you feel overwhelmed or you felt overwhelmed, dive in and discover for yourself, what does overwhelm hide? What hides behind it? Why have you invited overwhelm in your life? I will say even created overwhelm in your life. What are you avoiding in those moments? So that's the inquiry.
That's a beautiful one. And if we would choose one word, what is hiding behind our overwhelm? What would you answer? For me, it's inability to ask for help.
Responsibility.
As simple as that.
Yeah.
Thank you. So if you enjoyed it, everyone, please subscribe to our channel. Would be delighted to see you in the future and to be with you in the future. And we'll see you next week.
Yes.
From our heart to yours. Thank you, everyone. Have a magical one.
Bye.
Bye.